Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name's Zenji and today we're going to be playing Timberborn. Currently we're in episode 4 in our Oasis project playthrough. And hey, hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining in yet again. And as you can see, we're in cycle 47 day 8 and we're about to experience a bad tide. So hey, let's get into it and yeah, let's review what we've been up to. So we have obviously the bad tide, which has just rolled in. We have 4 large power wheels here, generating a good 3,000 plus horsepower, which is great for us. And of course, we are planning our massive power storage for the good times and bad. As you can see, these are slightly going up, which is great. So when we have the droughts, hopefully that can cover us. For the most part, however, our beavers are going through all of this, so we're going to have to change the priority of all these. Hopefully they don't stick around too long. Unfortunately, they are going through the bad tide, so we're going to be getting a few sick beavers momentarily. However, we can start with the rest of this new scaffolding. And basically from here, we're going to be able to build out all of these and then continue off with the second dam. All the while, food is looking fantastic at 8k, then the water is at 6k. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Closed. What have we done? We've let a ginormous amount of bad water through. It's a 28-day drought. Oh my goodness. Well, that happens. I mean, that's not going to be good, but yeah, that's unfortunate. I guess we weren't paying attention. Oh well, we do have these decontamination pods, so we should be fine. Alright, this is going to be our robotics area. And from here, we're going to be able to do a lot of the heavy lifting without having beavers around, which is going to be fantastic. We do have these 2 new advanced breeding pods that we are introducing. Hopefully that will skyrocket our numbers. And of course, we do have this bad water discharge, which is finished. So, what is our next priority? Well, it would be good to get rid of all this bad water, I'll tell you that much. We're gonna have to... What can we do? Okay, so this is what's happening. Some of the beavers are actually going into the bad water here to collect goodies. Hopefully they don't get sick. Otherwise, the power storage is probably the most important factor at the moment. Having downtime during droughts is really slowing our progress, so this hopefully should alleviate that, having all this power reserved. Of course, you can just build more power wheels, but if there's no water, there's no power. So it just depends, I guess. For now, we're just going to have to deal with this bad tide that we've let through our system. Yeah, but it's not all bad. It hasn't affected all the crops yet, so good news, I guess. There goes most of it. Of course, we'll have to flush it out at a later stage. Still would like to build a... maybe a dam system there. I'm not sure. But we'll let these guys... suck all this dry and then hopefully remove it, and then we'll switch them over here and see if they can pump out that bad water. Alrighty. We did have a big project on the go. It was over here, the Tribute of Ingenuity. And I think we were trying to finish up the downward power shaft that connects it all. But it's too far and cannot be reached, which means we'll have to do a little bit of trickery. Something like this, I guess. Actually don't know how this is going to work. How would we do this? Maybe like so. Delete that stair up here. Delete that, yes. And do this. So this is one way to do it. Yeah. Of course, we'll just set this to my priority. And we just need to wait for a good 54 more metal blocks. Then we'll have our third monument done. And then there's just one more after that. Alrighty. Perhaps we just open these up. No. Too deep already. We'll pause these guys. They're not working. Working. Pause. And what else? I guess we can just unpause these. I think the sooner we dilute these, the better. But of course, no available workers in the district. There we go. 16 affected or afflicted beavers. So I guess it just takes a while for them to get better. Thank goodness we have a lot of extract for that. So it's not a total train smash. Okay, scaffolding is almost complete. Fantastic. That's a that's a lot of bad water. Holy moly. Imagine if that broke. It is working quite well though, this overflow system. Unintended overflow system. Is this rising perhaps? Maybe we have a problem. Nope, seems to be working just fine. Of course, there is some spillage here, so what we most likely will need to do is fix that. Of course, to fix things, we just add a levage. And that should work. So that'll be an additional thing we can do. Well, we've got a lot of sick beavers. I'm not sure how long it's going to take for us to recover from this, but guess we're just going to have to find out. Funnily enough, they are getting water out of this bad water. I don't know how good it is to drink. But luckily all this will dry up before we know it. I think perhaps we should also put a gauge in every single one of these zones so we can just see what the water level is doing. one's not going to work. We'll have to do it over here somewhere, although there's no space. And there's one there. And then I guess we just do one over here. I'm sure they'll get to it when they get to it. And perhaps we also need an overflow system here. So I think what we shall do is create a dam system. And we'll do it over here. Also, it's actually going to be tricky because we have to blow all of this up. And then create a... Yeah, a sluice system. I think we can actually pause these guys. This gets focused, we blow that up. Pause those, take those out of the equation. Then we'll have to delete the stairs here. Of course, we want to make sure, so we're going to do it 2. And then 2 3s. Obviously, I prioritize all of those. And then we're going to clear up all this wonderful crops, which never ever worked. And I guess we could make another reservoir here. And they can sort of trickle down when we, and if we need it, which is quite nice. We're probably going to have to... Yeah, I actually don't know. That's 1 deep, I think. Now, 1 high. That's fine. It'll be useful for the farm section. But good news. Our scaffolding is done, so now we can begin this amazing wall of gravity batteries. I do want to see what a drought does to it though. See how it affects it. Alright, we're going to have to turn these guys on. And we'll just turn off these pumpers. We got all the water we need. We'll just wait for all this to evaporate, I guess. It's going to have to. Oh, 17.7 days left. Yeah, we're going to definitely do... make sure we never change the setting over here. Yeah. That was a big mistake. But these things happen. Luckily, we are quite set with water and food. I mean, we can survive for quite a long time. Just a pity about our production area. It's a bit limiting. We have this red line there, but not here. Which means there's a possibility of making this better. Okay, so we'll do that, that, and then one more. Of course, you need to pick up that upstairs. And a bit of road. And of course, we will super high prioritize all that. And yeah, we should be able to then get to these smelters a lot quicker. Oh, only 22 left for the Tribute of Ingenuity. So should be done this episode, I think. Hopefully. Priority wise, yeah, we're just focusing on these gravity batteries. Otherwise, we would be doing all this explosions. But once we get this section up here, possibly down to the second layer of levee blocks there, now we can control the flow of the bad tide. Possibly we'll need an overflow section up here, perhaps. So most likely these 3 blocks here will be for the overflow. And that way it can just run off naturally. That is the same height, so that works out for us. Alright, so I definitely want to push our production up, and to do that I need to get these advanced breeding pods, and of course, which means the Tribute of Ingenuity will need to be finished first. Luckily, it is almost done, and then we can get these breeding pods finished, and then push our numbers up to about 80 or 90, and then we shall see. Currently, we have a giant red I don't know, moat full of water or bad water. So trying to get this all emptied out. Doesn't seem like we have the numbers at the moment. Builders' huts. Plenty of builders' huts. We have someone in the demolitions factory, don't we? We do. Well, it's been a pretty good run. It's taken us forever, obviously, but yeah, after playing for so long, sometimes it just takes a while, you know? Yeah, if I was an expert, it would be done a lot quicker, but hey, can't do everything right. Alright, so we're just waiting for another 15 metal blocks. Wish there was a 4x, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Why did I build those? Must be a reason. I just don't know it yet. So we do have this detailer. Yeah, let's pick some pigtails. It takes extract. Don't know what that does. Well, everyone's sick, so I guess they're pink already. I did notice we are above 20,000 science. Let's just keep running it for a while, and then we'll switch off this number cruncher. They've walked past this thing so many times that they just refuse to do anything about it. Which kind of sucks, because I want to drain this out. Perhaps we just need to turn these guys back on then. Nope. No workers available. They're all building the wall. But hey, only 12 days left, so not too bad. I think we're going to lose some crops here, but I think we'll be fine, considering we have mass storage of both food, water, and wood. So we should be fine, I hope. But yeah, these sections are dried up. It's just this section that needs to be addressed. Alright, so looking at our order of our things to be built, which are on very high priority. So we have the wind tunnel, these stairs, our tribute of ingenuity, which is 3 blocks away. So perhaps we'll just stay here and watch it develop and see what happens. Quite interested to see how this looks. So 2 blocks, 1 block. Will it be tomorrow? Most likely. Luckily the days move quite fast, especially when you're at 3 times speed. So we'll see how this tribute of ingenuity gives us ore. And there we go. We're just finishing it off. 3, 2, 1. And would you look at that? Fantastic. It's supposed to be Atlas holding the world, but it's Beaver, a beaver, holding a gear. Very impressive. Oh, wow. Okay, and obviously it covers everything, which is fantastic. So, wow. What does it do? More inspiring. Okay, so at our well-being, we have, I guess, the 3 monuments there that give us 8, 10 and a half. That's not too bad. Still trying to figure out the population well-being element to this game. I'm sure it's quite simple, but I have not played enough, I guess. So with that being done, we should be able to finish a lot of our other projects, considering we've just freed up a lot of our time. Of course, we do have all this to go through. The metal blocks are going to be coming through here now. Still quite a lot to go. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 110 metal blocks there. And we have a good 50, so it's 60. Oh, it's just so much. Probably as much as this monument, to be honest. So it will take maybe an episode or 2 to get all the required metal blocks. Of course, any sluice gates will be put on the back burner. All right, looking over here, you can change the priorities to get this up and running. I'm just thinking power-wise, we need power, especially in the next drought, which will be coming 4 days after this bad water ends. So a drought or a bad tide, but if it is a drought, we need the power storage to keep the engine running. And right now, we cannot. It's going good when we have flow, but no flow, bad times. Alrighty. It would be nice though to get all this up and running. Quite keen to see what the bots look like and do and say all that. But it's quite a big production zone here. Yeah, it's catch-22 because we need the numbers to build things quicker. And that's why we're going for the robots, but the robots need power, I'm assuming. Yeah, 250, 250, etc. So if we're in a drought, we're just in a standstill. And if a drought lasts for a long time, it's just, yeah, it just takes forever. Of course, we have this wondrous mess to also do. Our little plan to create a nice reservoir here that flows down through here consistently. Should be nice. But hey, another gravity battery has been completed. We do have these deeper holes now, so they can go right down to the bottom, which is fantastic. So a part of me wants to pause half of this, which I think is fair. I don't think we need to do all of these right now. So we'll finish this over here. Maybe 5, 6, 7. Okay, we'll do 7. All right. And then we can focus on, of course, doing these other builds. You see, like that one's just done now. Oh, that beaver almost got annihilated. Build a sluice. Of course, the sluice needs to match here, which is 155 closed. All right, and then we'll just phosphor that. Blow this up. Blow these up. We'll let the water flow. I mean, yeah, a lot of it did flow out, but not so much. It would be nice to actually deepen these holes there. Okay, so we shall do that then. Haha, we need to actually check this out. 1%. Oh, that was a mistake. We're back at square one. Shit. Okay, so we'll just keep it closed. Closed. Actually, can't remember how I did this. Let's look at a reference. It says auto. Yeah, we'll just do auto. Make sense. Make that 1%. Okay, so we shall have some water flowing in this reservoir. course, we'll need to match the rest of this. Okay, to do that, put some pathing. Like so. Should be able to reach now. There we go. Although we are going to get some more sick beavers. Knowing my luck. Okay, so we can now dynamite. Yeah, let's just dynamite one level. Alright. Crisis has been averted. Although we have dropped a couple thousand in water reserves. Not great. So we're definitely going to have to make up for it when the bad tide ends. Should be any second now. Ooh, and would you look at that? The advanced breeding pods are complete. Which means grown beavers. Grown ass beavers. Our population should boom now. There we go. A couple more of our gravity batteries have been completed. Okay, that's done. That's nice. Guess this is next. And let's just wait for this to be complete. Okay, we have one sluice gate in over here, so this automatic system's going to work quite nicely. Well, it should, hopefully. Just need to finish these two. Almost done. Luckily, only 2 days left of the drought. Would like to add some more water storage here, of course. Everything here seems quite messy. So perhaps I shall do some exploding of this area. Make it look nice and neat. Of course, we want to get to the top. I think this is where we're going to build our last monument, the Earth Repopulator. So we want to make it look nice and neat. Let's get some stairs up here. Alright, so with all that, we can then clear all this up, make it look nice and neat. This will set this to just high priority. And that way we can just work from top down. Righty, we are going to unpause these pumpers. We need them. They're going to be running full force. We'll be pausing these guys. 100% pausing those guys. So all those pumpers are going to be working hard. And then I think we'll have to have these guys also be running. We've got to get our, I think, water up to 8,000. So I'm going to pause these. Okay, so it's all clearing out. Looks quite nice. Still waiting on the water to flow out here. Only a certain amount of contamination is allowed through, so... Alrighty, there we go. Okay, so we need to recover quite a lot of water. For now, I'm going to build another large water tank. Yeah, so we need to obviously increase our storage. And of course, we're going to set this to water and very high. Alright guys, I think we're going to leave it there for today. It was a fun little episode. Oops, let's just close these. Bad mistakes. Goes open and that goes closed. Yes. Alright, but hey, thanks for joining in yet again. I really do appreciate it. And of course, if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Cheers.